at the Bonnie Kate Theater. They are showing a premiere of an Amazon Prime docu-series featuring a sociology class at Elizabethton High School.
It's called Murder 101, and it focuses on the class as students and their teacher dive into the decades-old redhead murder cases. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels at the site of the premiere now. Hi, Ansley.
Hey, Sarah and Casey, it is finally here. There is so much excitement in the air here at the Bonnie Kate Theater in Elizabethton. I'm actually joined now by the teacher of the class, Alex Campbell, and the director of the docuseries, Stacy Lee. Thank you both so much for taking some time to talk to us tonight.
Of course, this is so exciting.
Yes, well, I know that this has been so much hard work, all coming down to one night, but let's walk back. Tell me what actually drew you to this story in the first place in order to create this docuseries.
I think what's most unique about this is just the juxtaposition of the two different worlds. You've got true crime, which is like naturally a little bit gory and scary and obviously, you know, has real life consequences. And then you've got the feel-good wholesomeness of these high school students kind of coming together. And I think the juxtaposition of those two worlds is what is incredibly unique in the true crime space.
Yes, well, I know that you've obviously known about this for a while. You've been waiting on this day. What does it mean to have this premiere happening tonight and to see all of this hard work be displayed?
It feels a little bit unbelievable. We've been doing the work for 8 years. Podcast was 3 years ago. We've been involved for almost 2 years. So I don't know, it's one of those things you thought would never come, but it's here. Really, I'm just enjoying celebrating with the students and their families. They're really the stars of the show. I did go ahead and do a little sneak peek of the show, and wow, they do such a great job. So I'm just enjoying being around them. Some have already graduated, so I get to see them again, celebrating with them and the community.
Yes, well, I know that this came out today, but what are you hoping folks that haven't seen it yet will take away from this series?
I think what I was most struck by when I came into this story is that teenagers today get such a bad reputation, and this class of students just shows everything about those stereotypes should be thrown out the window. They work so hard, they have so much passion, empathy, care, and I think that is what not only makes a difference in like being great humans in this world, but also in potentially solving these cases.
And with that, you talk a lot about how you see your students change, and this is not really about the cases, it's about them. Talk to me a little bit about some of the evolution that you see of your students throughout the year, but also in this series too.
Yeah, you'll see it. They grow in confidence when they get up and speak in front of other people. They grow in their empathy for others. They learn how to see others for real people instead of labels. They learn to see that other people have real problems, and they learn to be creative and figure out what they can do to help them with those problems.
Yes, and I know another part of all of this is hope that they could maybe even bring up a little bit more light onto these cases. Tell me a little bit about what you hope people take away from that aspect and part of bringing up more tips for this.
I think one of the hard things with cold cases is, you know, there was that rule, I think the first 48 hours is most effective in solving it, and you can imagine how hard it is after 40 years. Not only are, you know, tips and leads and all those things drying up, but people's empathy and care for these cases. And I think what the students do such a brilliant job of is like bringing attention back to it, bringing care back to it, and when the community cares, we have a much greater chance of like getting some new leads and getting some new tips and hopefully getting some new answers on what happened to these women.
Yes, well, I know that, again, this is such an exciting night. Thank you both so much for taking the time to talk with us and, of course, share all of these great stories with us. Can't wait for the students to see this. But in just a little bit, the students are going to go into the Bonnie Kate here. There's a red carpet. There are so many wonderful things for them to celebrate their hard work. And starting at 6:45, they will get to see that on display here at the screen in their hometown in Elizabethton. So, Sarah and Casey, just a really full circle moment here downtown, and cannot wait to see the students' reactions as they get to see their Amazon Prime docuseries Murder 101 for the very first time tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and send things back to you in the studio. So for now, live in Elizabethton, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.